Imagine stepping into a car with the man you've always called Dad and never being seen again. This is the story of 17-year-old Bernadette Walker. Her stepfather was convicted of her murder. He later died in prison. And yet, her body has never been found. Today we shall look into the secrets, lies, and unanswered questions behind one of the UK's most haunting cases. Bernadette, known affectionately as B, was born in 2002 in Peterborough, England. She was shy with strangers but bubbly around her friends. She loved photography, spent hours knitting with her grandmother, and dreamed of one day moving to the US. She wasn't just a victim in a tragic case. She was a teenager with ambitions, creativity, and a future. And that's what makes what happened next so devastating. When Bernadette's mother, Sarah, began a relationship with their neighbor, Scott Walker, things spiraled. Scott was controlling, abusive, and obsessive. He forced Sarah to cut ties with people, and even his ex-wife later described him as terrifying. Inside the Walker home, Scott installed surveillance cameras in nearly every room. Yes, even the bathroom. Officially, he claimed it was to catch Bernadette sneaking sweets. But everyone suspected the truth was much darker. By July 2020, Sarah had ended her romantic relationship with Scott, though he refused to leave the house. Bernadette was stuck living under the same roof as a man she accused of years of sexual abuse. She found the courage to confide in her mother, but instead of protecting her, Sarah accused her of lying and threatened her if she went to the police. For Bernadette, the danger wasn't just from Scott. It was from the very person who should have defended her. On July 17th, Scott took Bernadette to his parents' home. He confiscated her phone, and witnesses remember how upset she looked. The next morning, he picked her up again. And then, she was gone. Scott's explanation? He claimed Bernadette suddenly ran from his car during a cigarette break. He just drove home, leaving her behind. But his phone records told a different story, a 91-minute blackout window, followed by a call to Sarah that lasted 9 minutes. Shockingly, Bernadette wasn't reported missing for 3 days. In that time, Sarah sent fake messages from her daughter's phone to create the illusion she was alive. Police later found Bernadette's rucksack in a storage unit. Inside was her diary, where she had written,
"Told my mum about my dad and the abuse. She called me a liar and threatened to kill me if I told the police."
In court, Scott insisted he was innocent, even claiming the cameras in the house were only to catch Bernadette eating candy, but the jury didn't buy it. In 2021, Scott Walker was sentenced to life in prison under Helen's Law, which blocks parole for murderers who refuse to reveal their victims' remains. Sarah Walker was convicted of helping cover up the crime and received 6 years. Even with a conviction, Bernadette's body was never recovered. Scott refused to say where it was. And then, in December 2023, he died in prison at the age of 53, taking the secret with him. Authorities confirmed that his death gave them no new leads. To this day, the family still doesn't know where Bernadette rests. The murder of Bernadette Walker isn't just a crime story. It's an unfinished story. With Scott gone, do you think her body will ever be found? Or has the final chapter vanished forever? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you believe cases like this should never be forgotten, hit subscribe so we can keep shining a light on them together.